season, especially since he came back up at the tail end of April.
Here's Michael Garcia. 0 for 3.
And a swing and a liner the other way into right field for a hit. Here comes Lofton around third. Here comes a throw home. It is cut off. Michael Garcia ties the game with an opposite field base hit.
2 outs, nobody on, tied at 5, 8th inning. Pinch hitter Derek Hill.
Derek Hill gives this one a ride. Back it goes. Go! Derek Hill, a pinch hit home run in the 8th inning, and the Sox take a 6-5 lead. Let's go.
He was channeling San Diego, where he hit a home run, only to come up here and put the Sox on top with 3 outs to go.
Salvador Perez at the bat. Fans on their feet. Hit in the air toward the right field corner. It's slicing. Foul territory. Hill makes the catch.
What a game.
Ball game over. They win it 6-5. This was a crazy ride, partner. They got down early. They took the lead. The Royals came back, but this team just does not stop.
Kind of two outings in one. You know, the beginning really efficient, throwing a ton of strikes, and then 4th and 5th just kind of started scattering the ball, getting behind guys. You know, and then had trouble reining it back in. Yeah, I mean, I don't have an explanation other than, you know, he's obviously started falling behind in the 4th. You know, then made some big pitches to get out of it, and then in the 5th just was more erratic.
Good morning, Kansas City. This is New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. It's Wednesday, Hump Day, May 13th, 2026. Stephen St. John and Nate Bucati with Jake Gutierrez and Deebs, who's a pretty good reader. Today on the show, we'll talk to former Royals pitcher Mike Boddicker. Matt Derrick from Chiefs Digest will join us. ESPN NFL reporter and NFL insider Jeremy Fowler will be with us just after 8:30. In the 9 o'clock hour, Royals assistant GM Scott Sharp. We will hear Mizzou football coach Eli Drinkwitz in his first public comments after his star running back, Ahmad Hardy, was shot over the weekend at a concert in Mississippi. He has now been transported back to Columbia, Missouri, and so that's good news. And we'll get an update from Eli Drinkwitz as he was at a Zoo to You event, caravan, where they go to a bunch of different cities and coaches and athletes from Mizzou meet with their alumni and their fans. And last night they were in Dallas, and Eli Drinkwitz spoke, and you knew that topic was going to come up. So we'll hear those comments and get the latest on that bad situation that hopefully will have a good ending. Also, the Royals, they lost. Frustrating, disappointing loss to the Chicago White Sox last night, 6-5. Jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Then Kolek looked good, then gave up a 5-run inning. And then after down 5-2, battled back, made it 5-5. And then give it up in the 8th. and lose 6-5. So no fun in Chicago last night. And man, it was you never know who's going to be the hero of the game. You never know who's going to step up and win a game for you. Last night, for the Chicago White Sox, it was a man named Derek Hill. You guys all very familiar with Derek Hill, who is a terrific beard. But
I am now.
yeah, he's been in the league since the year of our Lord 2020. He spent time with Detroit, Washington, Texas, San Francisco, Miami, and now Chicago. So he's bounced around with all of those teams, has had limited success, a career 636 OPS, and in 249 career games, 675 career plate appearances. He's hit 17 home runs. He's been a reserve outfielder. He has never had more than 162 at-bats in a season. I just,
Definition of a journeyman.
a guy,
Yeah.
a reserve outfielder, who comes in last night as a pinch hitter and hits the go-ahead home run, and then in the ninth inning, you're thinking, okay, all right. The White Sox had to burn Dominguez in the eighth inning. Here we go. Let's see. A guy that doesn't have a whole lot of experience as a closer. Really good numbers, but we've talked about that plenty. Just because you're a good reliever doesn't mean you can close. Ninth inning's different. But you had Bobby Witt Jr., Vinny Pasquantino, and Salvador Perez coming up to the plate. So I felt pretty good about the Royals' chances of making another comeback. And damn it, Bobby Witt Jr. off the bat looked like it was going to be a hit. And who makes a diving catch to rob Bobby Witt Jr. of what would have been extra bases? Derek Hill. That guy who just pinch hit the previous inning and hit the go-ahead home run. And boy, let me tell you something. If he wouldn't have come up with that, if that ball would have got by him, I mean, triple, and then, hell, I don't know. We've already seen Bobby have an inside the park home run in the last couple of days. But I think, I'm pretty sure that's a triple. So you're talking about Bobby at third base with nobody out. And I get it, the Royals have found a way to screw those situations up, but I'd have felt good about their opportunity to tie the game. But, of course, Derek Hill makes a really good play, makes the catch, and then after that, Vinny Pasquantino put good wood on the ball, but grounded out. And then Salvi flies out to who? Derek Hill. So, final 15 minutes of that game was the Derek Hill show. Where? Derek Hill, and Derek Hill. White Sox win.
His time to shine, man.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, that's maximizing your opportunity, making the most of your chance to get out there and help the team win. That was a hell of a catch. You had a good jump, good read on the ball, dove, caught it. It's frustrating, but okay, tip your cap. Bobby's done that to a lot of guys that thought they had a hit.
Yeah,
and but it just and Hudson's been good. He's got a sub-1 ERA, but he was 1 of 2 in save opportunities going into last night. Dominguez has been their closer. And so the opportunity was there. Man, I wish that ball would have dropped. Would love to see what could have happened after that. But again, the White Sox are not the same White Sox that the Royals beat up on a couple of years ago. Well, I tell you, Jake, Antonacci, leadoff hitter, spark plug.
Yep.
Had a couple of hits, had a stolen base. I really started
Good ball player.
enjoying watching him when he was doing those things for Team Italy in the WBC. And he's only been up a couple of weeks. That's what he does. And man, that's just, he plays second base and plays the outfield. But man, that's the kind of player that I've wanted the Royals to have. Guy that can, just look, and this is a short sample size, but this is what he's been doing at AA and AAA. So far in the first couple of weeks in the majors, on base percentage, .382. And he steals bases, put him on the top of the lineup. Man. And look, I love Michael Garcia, but I'd love the Royals to have, like a true leadoff hitter and bump Michael Garcia down to the lineup a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I long for those kind of players. And so, look, credit the Royals when they were down 5-2. They came right back. Salvi hit a home run. Bobby Wood Jr. hit a home run. Nick Lofton came through with another big hit. Finney hopefully is digging his way out of this hole now. He's well above 200, 208 after getting 2 hits last night. But Kolek, man, just fell apart. He was cruising, and then that was it.
Yeah, it's crazy how often like one inning in a game is more runs are scored in like one inning than the rest of the entire game combined. And that's what got him, was the big inning, of course.
And it was one of the guys in the bullpen that you're supposed to rely on, Matt Strahm.
Yeah.
Who gave, guys that Romo, the catcher, hit a home run. He's hitting a .185. Derek Hill comes off the bench. He hits a home run. He's Derek Hill,
You didn't have Derek Hill on your rotisserie team
No.
before this?
No, there was a time, that he was given, because of injury, starting opportunity with the Marlins. And he can steal a base. He can hit a home run. And so I think I had him for like 2 or 3 weeks in the middle of the season, because you look, this guy can steal bases too.
Yeah.
But he's just never been good enough to hold down a starting spot. He's a fifth outfielder.
Yeah.
He'll
end up having a pretty good life.
Right. Well, he's been in the league since 2020.
6 years in the big leagues, man. At this day and age, you could make yourself a nice little living.
But just like Romo hits a home run, Hill hits a home run, the 3-run homer, Mydruth, doesn't have any power.
Yeah.
So the guys that hit home runs last night were like, really? Okay. But their lineup is not terrible. So.
No, they're as you've said, they're not the doormats that they were a couple years ago. This division's going to be tough. That was a good baseball game. It's close, big plays, could have gone either way. Like we talked about with Kolek, he's been so good since the Royals got him. It's hard to.
He had a shutout through 4. Like, okay.
Yeah.
This guy's rolling.
And the wheels came off.
And boy, did they. Yes, they did. I was very optimistic after Bobby and Salvi hit home runs in the first inning, but bounce back, don't lose the series. You know?
Right. And that's I'm already surprised that the Royals have had a big losing streak this season, because I just don't feel like a team with the kind of pitching they have would be as susceptible to long losing streaks.
And it shouldn't have been, but their offense was so terrible in that stretch. It didn't matter what the starting pitchers did. They literally had to give up 0, because if they gave up 1 or 2, the game was over.
Yeah. But good to have Lugo going, because I think he's the kind of guy you want when it's, hey, we need to win a game, make sure we don't lose the series. He's a good guy to have on the bump.
Yeah. Waka's been the guy.
Yeah.
But Lugo, I'm with you. I mean, you don't really feel bad about any of the starting pitchers.
No.
But the opportunity's there. And they will take on so check out the guy that's pitching tonight. And so he's one of the White Sox top prospects that they called up, Noah Schultz. How tall is Noah Schultz, Jake?
6'6".
6'11".
Well, that's pretty tall.
Right.
6'11".
Yeah. And now he came up and he was lights out early. He had a kind of a rough outing his first start, but then he put together 3 good starts in a row. His last outing, he got bombed because I picked him up after he had 3 good starts and put him in my lineup, and he gave up 7 earned runs to the Angels. And so he has. I think Mike will really enjoy watching him because he has big time command issues. Now, it is one of those things where if they can harness his stuff and get him figured out, all 6'11" of them, then he's going to be a son of a gun. But I mean, just look, he's pitched 25 innings since he's been called up. He's had 5 starts, 25 innings. He's got 23 strikeouts and 16 walks. So he will put guys on the bases. So you got to be patient here.
Man, I'm trying to think of some of the tallest pitchers I've ever been around.
Randy Johnson.
Randy Johnson what was Randy Johnson?
So ESPN has him listed as 6'10", Noah Schultz, but I've seen 6'11". But either way, he's 6'10" or 6'11".
I mean, I don't think there's ever been a 7-footer pitching in Major League Baseball, so he's got to be right there as one of the tallest, in the history of the game. So Randy was 6'10". I remember, the Royals have had a few tall guys, but I don't think anybody taller than 6'6" or so, That's 6'10", man. Well, Randy Johnson struggled with command early in his career.
How tall was Andy Cisco?
Cisco, I was thinking about him. I would have guessed him about maybe 6'8", maybe. I don't know.
6'10".
He was? Okay.
Yeah.
Once they get that tall, I can't see up that high anyway.
Right.
So,
Didn't you ever run in with him?
I did.
What was that run in?
He, well, the way they had the charter planes set up, at least back when I traveled with the Royals, was you had the coaches sit in the front and the players sat in the back, and then right in the middle they had the quote unquote media, but it was the media that worked for the team, the broadcast crew, the producer, director, people like that, and we kind of had assigned seating, and Cisco was a rookie on the team and didn't know that, so he wanted a row to himself and thought that it sat down in what was supposed to be my seat, and
Chris Young.
luckily my producer run in with him too.
How tall was he?
Yeah,
How tall was Chris Young?
6'10".
6'10".
He was 6'10". Wow, man. It's funny. I don't remember him being that tall. That's tall.
So then what happened with Cisco?
So our producer Kevin had to come tell him, hey, that's our reporter seat. You got to move. And he almost, I think he might have threatened to beat the crap out of my producer and me. And
why? Just
I think he referred to us as dipstick media guys.
Yeah, that's right.
A couple of dipstick media guys think they can sit wherever they want.
He was right.
Telling me where I can sit.
Andrew Cisco is 6'10".
Yeah. Got that confirmed for you,
Jake must be listening to the show.
He's busy looking up heights.
Yeah.
John Roush, 6'11". That's the tallest. There's a minor league Loke Van Mill, 7-1, but never made it to the bigs.
Damn it.
Someday. Yeah.
Well, we'll see Noah Schultz tonight.
Yeah, I've never had a run-in with Noah Schultz.
No.
So.
It's early.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks like a very friendly guy in the picture here.
He's a very highly regarded prospect that has command issues.
So
if he's on, look out.
Yeah.
If he's not, for the White Sox, look out. So
Could go anywhere.
Yeah, it's nowhere, nothing, not too much in between. So it'll be fun to watch. They can't
Heck
be,
yeah.
See, the home run's about the only mistake that you made. What pitch was it? What happened there?
It was a fastball. Yeah, anybody else have other questions?
Stupid. What's your problem with tall pitchers?
What's their problem with me?
I don't know. You didn't even think he was 6'10".
questions.
You stood right next to him. That should have been the first guy you mentioned.
Are you really 6'10"? They just put that on your.
You had two guys you had run-ins with that are 6'10", and you didn't think either one of them. You're like, I don't recall ever seeing a 6'10" pitcher.
Yeah, no.
Nate, you had run-ins with two of them. Oh, okay.
Try to block
Yeah,
those
anybody else
memories
have other
out.
questions?
Yeah. I try to block those memories out. Repression.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cisco was a big dude, and he was kind of a wild child too, I believe. So those were the days of the 100 lost Royals on a consistent basis. They were bringing up guys like Cisco that had some potential but weren't really big league ready.
Deebs, I might have a favorite non-Royal player. Remember I was raving yesterday about the Mets prospect they were calling up, A.J. Ewing, who was a draft pick of the Bada Bings. And again, the kind of guy I wish the Royals could get. Center fielder that can lead off. He stole 70 bases in the minors last year, and all he does is get on base. The Mets called him up because they've been a train wreck, and Luis Robert hurt his back, and they said he's not coming back anytime soon. They said, screw it, let's call up this A.J. Ewing. He reached base 4 of his 5 times up at the plate, and the only out was made on a 102-mile-an-hour fly out to the warning track, and stole a base, was all over the field. Looked electric, like he's looked in the minors, and I had him in my lineup, so that makes me even happier. My eye for minor league talent, but I was raving about him to Deebs yesterday in the commercial break, because I just ever since my youth of watching Willie Wilson at the Kauffman Stadium, I've always had an affinity for leadoff hitters getting on base and stealing bases, wreaking havoc on the base paths. Making life miserable for guys like Mike Boddicker. But there's another reason why he could be one of my favorite players now. Controversy in Major League Baseball. We talked about the Giants outfield yesterday celebrating a win over the Dodgers by putting their arms around each other and appearing to hump each other. Apparently the Giants brass or someone with Major League Baseball or someone told the Giants outfielders they could not do that any longer. Do not simulate humping each other to celebrate a win. And so, I don't know if you saw last night after they beat the Dodgers, they just all stood in a straight line and then took their hats off and bowed to the crowd. A more of a formal celebration after apparently they were told they couldn't embrace and hump each other. But guess what the Mets outfield did after they blew out the Tigers, led by this spark plug rookie, Ewing. They grabbed each other, and the Mets outfielders quickly humped each other.
Did some Hip thrusting.
After the game.
What's going on with this?
I don't know.
I mean, it's a.
They're celebrating.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's going on with it? What's happening?
It's a celebration that I've never seen before.
Well, you're seeing it. You're seeing it now.
It's catching on like wildfire.
So here, the Mets did a quick one. So
Little hip thrust.
You know.
Okay.
It's telling you. This was what the Giants got in trouble for.
I saw that one.
That was several thrusts.
Yeah.
So this is what the Giants did last night, so they wouldn't get in trouble.
Nice.
Mike, you ever help a teammate to celebrate a win? Now, which one, right?
Yeah.
In Boston. I'm kidding.
So many wins.
Boggs ever help a teammate to celebrate a win?
No.
Well, that's...
Teammate?
Oh, yeah. Open-ended question there. You have a problem with it? You're a father of little kids. If you take your kids out to the K, or would you be offended if you saw an outfield hump each other in celebration of a win? Would there be some questions for you to answer?
I would be worried about my youngest trying to, looking at that and then thinking, I'm going to go do that when I go to school,
right.
And that's the only part, get in trouble.
Yeah, I'd be worried about my 22-year-old and 29-year-old looking at that. They go, come here.
Hey, Dad, Royals won again.
Yeah, that's what I'd be worried about. Let's be honest. And my wife would be worried about me.
Yep.
Susan, come here, the Royals won. Susan, come here, the Royals lost.
Winning.
Susan, come here, the Royals aren't playing tonight.
Winning.
I was like talking about it and showing her the and she goes, "You better not." I go, "What do you mean? I better not what?" I'm a big baseball guy.
Just excited the Royals won, sweetheart. This is how they celebrate.
Old balls over there, we call them.
Susan, it's the offseason. Come here.
Royals made a trade.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't either. It's an interesting time. Baseball doesn't like that, though. So are the Mets in trouble now, too?
I don't know. We haven't found out yet. I don't know. We'll find out today. All I know is you got a guy that gets called up, gets on base 4 times, helps the team win the game, and then as a center fielder, brings his left fielder, right fielder in there and has him hip thrusting. That's an impact rookie right there. That's a Major League Baseball debut.
Right.
That you could be proud of.
Yes.
You're going to remember that.
Yeah. That's right. Remember that name, A.J. Ewing, and hip thrust. We'll take a break. Back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB. welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Mike Boddicker joins us. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
I'm great.
You mind if Jake takes a victory lap?
No.
Broncos at Chiefs, Monday Night Football, Week 1.
Would you look at that? Would you look at that?
You got to look at it.
I think someone said that yesterday. Said it'd be at Arrowhead.
What do you say?
They gave it away. They let everybody know without letting them know. The graphics they built were all built properly, which had the Chiefs in the home team position. Every graphic they showed on ESPN yesterday. Like 4 different graphics they showed. They didn't try to mix it up. They built them properly, but this didn't tell anybody. But most people don't know how to build graphics for sports. There's a format.
It's a format, Bod.
Format.
You would know that, Nate.
That's right.
Would you?
I've never built a graphic.
But you go through graphics.
Actually, I guess I kind of did when I ran the score bug.
Yeah, and what team was always second?
Yeah, the only sport where the home team's first is soccer.
Right. Right.
It's true.
No, what the hell?
Right.
It's true,
It's
though.
got to be different.
It screws up. It screws up
lot of
graphics
people.
operators all the time because
Yeah.
if they're used to working other sports and then they do a soccer game and they want to list the away team first, and everybody's like,
It's got to be special.
Soccer's got to be different. We got the clock counting up instead of counting down. You know, we got to do everything different. But yeah, he's right. I mean, Jake's right about that. Now I don't know. Is that a coincidence? I think Jake's actually onto something here.
Well, he's the one that figured it out
I
yesterday.
was on it yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, but I think.
And also,
you had a 50-50 chance of being right, but I think you're.
and what else?
The Royals game.
Right, and I looked and quickly found out that the Royals were not playing on that Monday, so they wouldn't be at Kauffman Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was
And
part
the
of it.
Rockies were playing in Denver.
Not that it matters, but the Rockies were playing in Denver.
Mm-hmm.
And I also looked up and found out that Denver blows. And so that's
why
part
the
of it,
wind.
too.
That's why it's windy coming out of the west here.
Yep.
Boy, all these fans were crying and bitching. We won the division. We should hold. You don't get that. You know how you guarantee yourself of hosting the game to start the season, win the Super Bowl. All right? Not because, well, we could have gone. We almost went. Babies.
This guy fired up. I like it.
It's like they
By the way,
they went to
Well,
one.
he's just jumping from city to
They went
city.
to-
The other day it was St. Louis. I love it.
They went to one AFC championship, and the Chiefs went to 7 prior to that. So 7 is greater than 1.
Also, they're
Math major.
They're gonna play in both stadiums.
Right.
I mean, like, it's not like the NFL just we're gonna make the only time they play each other in Kansas City.
And look, if they were smart, they would say, you know what? We're probably better off going to Arrowhead week 1 when Mahomes, it'll be his first game back from injury.
Maybe. Probably, right? I mean, like,
It'll be his first game back from injury because I speak it in existence. Because I believe in Patrick Mahomes. I will not question Patrick Mahomes like these two.
I was going to say that.
am a true believer that he'll be out there on that Monday Night Football game and he'll kick ass. But if you were being a reasonable Denver fan, you think, you know what? I'd rather play at Arrowhead in September against Mahomes early in his comeback as opposed to having to go there in December when he's rolling or what,
when he's
whatever.
fully fit and got his, legs back
But
under him and
no,
everything.
they just want to cry. But here's the deal, okay? This is what you got to understand. You don't move the needle. No one's making any special plans to watch Bo Nix fling the football. Nobody cares. Okay? People want to watch the Chiefs because they move the needle. And I get it. It's not all because they love him, because they're villains for a lot of people too. But people care. They get numbers. They get ratings. Nobody cares about Denver. Nobody cares about Bo Nix. Nobody cares that Sean Payton was suspended for a year for cheating. No one cares. Okay? Nobody enjoyed watching the AFC Championship game. No one liked that. That was a big pile of garbage. A steaming pile of poop for the AFC Championship game. It was an embarrassment to football. And your coach didn't even understand what the weather was going to be like in his own city and screwed the game in the first half. And yeah, you could have gone to the Super Bowl, but you didn't. That's the reality of it. And nobody cares. Nobody outside of Denver's, we could watch Bo Nixon. That's going to be great. No one cares. Sorry. Irrelevant. All right? People watching the AFC Championship game because they had to. Everyone was more focused on New England, to be honest with you. Sorry, you know. Yeah, a long time. John Elway, Peyton Manning, live in it. Okay, have good memories because you ain't winning a championship. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but
I see what you did there. I like how you threw in the part about Sean Payton getting suspended for a year.
A lot of people just forget that.
Yeah, because they don't care.
Was that wrong? Was that too much, Jake?
No,
you tell me.
No.
Rein me in.
No, I enjoyed it. I really did.
I will let you go.
Yeah.
No, if I was wrong,
you can go on to
You're
another
not
city.
wrong.
I am enjoying this.
No, I think even without the graphics, I felt like it was going to be in Kansas City because Arrowhead is. We talked about it yesterday. How many times better on TV is Arrowhead than whatever the hell they call Denver now? I mean,
not Mile High anymore. What is it?
Invesco?
Whatever.
Yeah,
still Invesco?
somebody named it.
It's stupid, whatever it is. It doesn't. It's not the same. Like Arrowhead is iconic. When you have a TV production crew, they want to shoot Arrowhead.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to shoot whatever that is out in Denver. I mean, they used to have a historic stadium.
They're the B side of the record.
The B side.
Nobody wants to watch your team. So I'm sorry, except people in Denver.
Right.
Well, the only time they want to watch your team is to see if they can beat the Chiefs. That's what makes them interesting. Oh, can they beat the Chiefs? So that's why the Chiefs are more interesting than them.
It's Monday night too, isn't it? Monday
Yes.
night?
Well, yeah, because they want to make sure that Mahomes has ample time to get ready.
Right. The extra 24 hours.
Giving them the extra day. That's what the league does.
It could have been Thursday. I mean,
they cater to the Chiefs. That's what they do.
Of course they do.
They want.
You know why? Because people want to watch them. That's what Steven said.
Yeah.
You're excited for football already.
Sure I am.
Yep. I knew it.
Sure I am.
That is awesome.
Chiefs an early 2.5-point favorite.
That's what happens when
Early.
when players that I have to look up on Baseball Reference are winning games for the White Sox. When players named Who are hitting home runs.
Who?
Players named
Hill.
I thought he was on second.
I don't know. Third
He's on
base.
third base.
By the way, thoughts and prayers, rest in peace to Donald Gibb, who passed away at 71 years old. You say, who's Donald Gibb? An actor that was in many movies, but best known as Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yeah. I hate
I think if you could
Yeah, I just...
Oh, yeah.
rest in peace, Donald Gibb.
But he eventually became a nerd.
Yeah, he did.
Any other roles I would remember him from?
Oh, jeez.
You know me. I mean,
Do you remember him from that one?
I definitely remember Revenge of the Nerds.
Because that's what I was going to ask. I thought you were going to tell me.
Never
Was he
saw
good
it.
in that one? Did you never see it?
No, I saw it many times.
Nerds!
How about this? What a start to his career was some uncredited roles. He played a henchman in Any Which Way You Can.
Oh.
Which I promise you, well, when Clint Eastwood had a movie come out, Steve St. John Sr. had me right next to him in the the movie theater.
Any Clint Eastwood from every Clint Eastwood. I love.
Right.
Yeah.
Any Which Way You Can, of course, the sequel to Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah. Right Turn, Clyde. Remember?
Yeah. The whole motorcycle crew went
yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
The Black Widows.
Yeah.
When they pull in. And then he played a bouncer in Stripes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Again, uncredited role. Then he played a guard in Conan the Barbarian.
Ooh, I do remember.
And then that led to Ogre in Revenge of the Nerds, Mad Dog in Meatballs Part 2, and it went from there.
High quality movies.
Also in
Bloodsport,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Bloodsport was a big one.
Yeah.
What was his name in Meatballs?
Meatballs 2, he was Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, Ogre, Mad Dog.
Right.
He played a specific role.
If you just look at him, you would, that's perfect. Yeah.
He played a specific type of character.
That's right.
Well,
what a peak though, right there.
He's also Moose in Step by Step.
Yeah.
TGIF.
Lots of good,
Ogre,
lots of good
Mad
TV
Dog,
appearances
Moose.
also.
T-Bone.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Rest in peace. I mean, what a legacy he's
I'm just
left.
a couple years from there, so yeah, that's not good.
But you're doing good, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're thriving.
Oh yeah, I'm aching from doing construction.
Stop that.
Been working.
What do you think about the Royals facing a 6'11" pitcher tonight? What are the challenges of trying to get a guy like that all knees and elbows? His mechanics be all over the place.
The scary part, and I remember when Randy Johnson first came up. I was in Boston. And our lefties bailed. They'd take them. Bad hamstring, bad shoulder, something bad for a day. They would just bail when Randy Johnson came up because they didn't want to get hurt because Randy was all over the place. You know how hard it is for your mechanics when you're that big,
right?
To be consistent.
I feel like it would feel like throwing a ping pong ball with if your hands are that long. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Lee Smith. His hands were bigger than any man I've ever seen. How he continued to be able to locate and do what he did, and he was 6'6", but 6'11".
When a guy goes that hard and he don't know where it's going, that's
yeah, that's why they bailed.
Stay in there.
They were scared. But your mechanics, because it doesn't take much to throw you off mechanics-wise as a pitcher. But when you're that big, to be consistent, to keep your mechanics compact, and that's what Randy Johnson was he learned to be semi-compact. He wasn't big and gangly. He kind of broke it down a little bit, so he had some command. And but it's tough. It's tough. It's scary.
We'll see.
The guys I talk to that face him says when they release the ball, it looks like they're about 1.5 feet from you.
Right.
It's like it's there. And I mean, if they're throwing strikes, you're pretty much screwed.
And if you have that 3/4 arm angle,
oh man,
it looks like the ball's coming from
behind 2 foot from behind your head. Yeah.
And that's who the Royals face tonight. Noah Schultz, the 6'11" White Sox pitching prospect. Mm-hmm. By the way, Jake, Donald Gibb also in the HBO football sitcom First and 10. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, it was.
He
played Dr. Death. Oh yeah.
Oh, Dr. Death. Yes.
Jake used to like that because they used to show boobs.
Yep.
Jake.
Huh?
What, Mom? You know, he'd watch.
Hey.
He'd watch for 45 minutes just to get a quick glimpse.
Yeah.
Am I wrong, Jake?
No, you're absolutely right.
That gets you a PG-13 rating right off the bat.
Just a quick peek is all young Jake was looking for.
See, back in the day, you had to wait. You had to wait for it. You had to seek it out and then wait.
Yeah, you didn't know. I mean, it'd be like you get.
These kids don't know.
Yeah, you'd look in TV Guide and say, "Wait, rated R, nudity." What?
And then the whole time you're like,
adult situations. Those are the key phrases you were looking for.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Friday nights on HBO.
oh my gosh, the TV Guide. Play a day around that, and you're like, oh, why am I watching this show right now? This plot's terrible.
Well, I know exactly why I'm watching.
But I'm not leaving.
Right.
good acting, though.
Yeah.
So, how about that game last night?
It was frustrating because my feed went out. I've been working on cable in my neighborhood.
Oh, damn it.
So I had to pull up the Major League Baseball app and watch that
How'd that
boring
work?
crap, pitch by pitch. You have no idea what's really happening. You know, an out, fly ball, or fly out to... You got to go back and look at highlights because you have no idea if it was a line drive or if it was, you know, a tough catch or anything like that. It was, oh gosh. But I'm sitting there watching my phone last night, trying to follow it, and I'm sitting there going, oh, Kolik's getting a little bit of a situation here, and I'm sitting there going, I wonder if they have anybody ready just in case. And man, it exploded fast, didn't it? He was great for 4 innings, and all of a sudden, he some walks and mistakes, and just kind of got out of hand quick.
Just disappointing. They came back and tied it.
Yeah, they came back, tied it, and you know what I saw just on my phone? Every time there was a mound visit, they hit a home run right after that. Mound visit, and then home run. Mound visit, home run. It's like, come on, don't go to the mound. Quit going to the mound. That's frustrating. Watching it on your phone. That's terrible.
Yeah. Especially a bit for you.
Oh, that was really painful.
You're leaving?
Yeah. I gotta help out a friend here.
Tell people where you're going to be at today.
Yeah. So Matt Beasley and I are going to be doing a live recording of the Crossroads Soccer Show at the Rally House in the Power and Light District. So come down and see us. We'll be there at 1 o'clock today doing the show. You can meet Matt Beasler. You can participate in the show. We'd love to see you there. Again, 1 o'clock at the Rally House in the Power and Light District.
I thought he was doing a chocolate thing.
He'll probably have some of his chocolates.
Oh, good.
They got big life-size cutouts of him in the airport. Just when I thought the airport couldn't get any better.
We'll be right back after this on WHB.